Hello and welcome to this week's Live, Local and Loud with me, Kevin Gaughan. On this week's show, I shall be chatting to a local singer, songwriter and all-round lovely chap, Jersey Bud. And we'll also be playing lots of homegrown music by local bands. Hello, I hope you're all well and are having a great week. So let's kick this week's show off with a bit of Ben Steer and Indestructible.
So much anger, I'm pent up to explode. Don't stand near me or get hit by shrapnel. I never asked for us to part and just go, but now you're acting just like I'm indestructible. No, I posted our love and now reverse that piece I like. I don't know. Need to level my head to saturate and see it red. No care left if I was better off dead. 4 weeks on, how you doing, hun? I'm glad you asked. I'm having so much fun. Well, that's a lie, but you're not gonna check it. Cleared your conscience. I'm not sad, I'm pathetic. Ooh, I gotta run. I'm tired of this conversation that I've never won. Ooh, that being said, at least love my pillow still imprinted with your head. So much anger, I've been up to explode. Don't stand near me or get hit by shrapnel. I never asked for us to part and just go, but now you're acting just like I'm indestructible. No, I posted our love and now reverse that piece I like. I don't know. Need to level my head to saturate and see it red. No care left if I was better off me. But if you try to provoke a reaction, I'll give you the satisfaction of an action from your past attraction. I gotta run. I'm tired of this conversation that I've never won. That being said, at least pull up my pillow still imprinted with your head. There's so much anger, I've been up to explode. Don't stand near me or get hit by shrapnel. I never asked for us to part and just go, but now you're acting just like I'm indestructible. No, I posted our love and now reverse that piece I like. I do not even know. Need to level my head to saturate and see it red. No care if I was better off dead. Level my head and I'll see it red. No care if I was better off dead.
That was the wonderful Ben Steer and his catchy little number Indestructible. Great little track that. Now here's a young lady that I last saw in Glastonbury last year, Heather McDowell, The Underneath.
Have drawn hearts before.
'cause my fingertips have drawn hearts before. And maybe you're not familiar with the self-taught of how to breathe when you just feel the underneath it all. 'Cause my fingertips have drawn hearts before. And maybe you're not familiar with the self-taught of how to breathe when you just feel the underneath of it all. Oh, my paper thin walls are full of protection. Will I ever be everlasting perfection? 'Cause my fingertips have drawn hearts before. Maybe you're not familiar with the self-taught of how to breathe when you just feel the underneath of it all. Underneath of it all, there is power in mystery. So why are you missing me? Was it the way I spoke? Did I blow it all away? Like it's our final.
That was the wonderful Heather McDowell and The Underneath. Okay, now it's time for Henry Webb and the Bootworks. I'm seeing these guys on Friday. I'll tell you a bit more about the gig after I've played their track, Overgrown.
I don't even know your name, but I know that I want you. From the minute I saw your face, it's when I knew that I need you. A whirlwind, a hurricane, catch me after the free throw. And spiraling through my brain, crashing down into people. It happens every time, and I fall head over heels. It occupies my mind, but we both know that you don't feel the same way as do I. And I'm in agony now, it's real. It's eating its way inside. I went to the shop to buy your flowers, that's a start. But when I went to pick you up, it only broke my heart. You double booked your dates again, now I must depart forever, 'cause to walk the streets of shoes down in the dark go away. It happens every time, and I fall head over heels. It occupies my mind, but we both know that you don't feel the same way as do I. No, I'm in agony now, it's real. It's eating its way inside. And there I go, out on my own. I'm overgrown. I'm overgrown. I'm overgrown.
That was the wonderful Henry Webb and the Bootworks and Overgrown. Yep, I'm seeing them on Friday. Can't wait for that. That's Henry Webb and the Bootworks, supported by the Barretts and Dream Cage, who rings a bell, actually. I know I've seen them before. So that's on Friday. Ooh, brilliant. That's tomorrow. So yeah, that'll be a great gig at Firebug. So can't wait for that. I'm sure there's some tickets available if you want to come along. Can't wait for that. So that's Henry Webb and the Bootworks, the Barretts and Dream Cage tomorrow at Firebug in sunny Leicester. Okie doke. So now it's time for this week's interview where I'm chatting to local singer-songwriter Jersey Bud. But before we chat with him, we'll play his song Justified.
I let you see what's on my mind, to conquer all my feelings. I let you ride on the outside. Won't you come on in and get on? 'Cause my head is so strong. Justified, I do nothing before I burn out the flame. Turn your light into something that will remain. Come let me see you again. Let them mess with my head until the water turns red. And when the lightning hits my mind, oh, it's feeding time, and there's no lie. Oh, my. Justified, I do nothing before I burn out the flame. Now turn your light into something that will remain. Come let me see you again. In a little roll to the corner for my brother. Come on, let it take me over. Now I'm flying, weight is on my shoulder. Justified, I do nothing before I burn out the flame. Now turn your light into something that will remain. Justified, I do nothing before I burn out the flame. Now turn your light into something that will remain. Oh, yeah. Justified, I do nothing before I burn out the flame. Turn your light into something that will remain. Come let me see you again.
That was Justified by the man, the myth, the legend that is Jersey Bud. Hello there, Jersey. How the devil are you today?
Kevin, hello, my man. Are you well?
I'm very well. Are you well?
Yes, I'm all right, man. Very good, thank you.
Excellent. And thanks very much for spending the time out of your busy day to chat with me here on Live, Local and Loud. I really appreciate it.
No, it's a pleasure, mate, pleasure.
Now, without any further ado, so you've obviously been part of the Leicester music scene now for quite a few years. I first moved here about 11 years ago, and I remember filming you at the O2 Academy. So, yeah, what a gig that was. And so, roughly, when did you start performing then, Jersey?
Oh, Kevin, I learned to play the guitar. Well, I learned to play. I still probably can't play now. I learned to play a few chords at Countersort College. So what age would you be? 15, 16?
I guess
my friend
so.
Danny Archer, he taught me a few. He taught me a few chords, and we used to go down lunch times and play the Oasis. Them chord books you got with the black dots where you put your fingers.
Oh right,
we had how to play the Beatles and how to play Oasis. I think there was a I think there's a Bon Jovi book in there somewhere as well. So I've still got some books in my drawers at home. So
Wow.
that's pretty much taught myself, Kevin. Yeah. So I've been starting and writing songs on my own probably about when I was 21, I think, 22, around there. Sort of,
Right.
I've been knocking around a few bands, just singing, being the front man without playing the guitar. And then sort of realised I like the sound of my own songs. So why not pursue that a little bit more? Do you know what I mean?
Excellent. So you say that was when you're 21, 22. You don't look much older than that now, Jersey. So-
Well, that's because the video's off on your camera. That's it. No, but mate, on the big 4-0 this year.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
So I want to get treated by my wife, and if she's listening, so that's it. I want a round the world excursion, playing gigs and tours and things like that. That's all I want. Just buy a ticket for my 40th. That'd be sound.
Excellent. Well, we'll talk more about your forthcoming gig later.
Yeah.
So you have been around about 2 decades on the local music scene. That's incredible.
Yes. When you said that, Kevin, yes, I have, mate. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Sort of, yeah, that sort of thing.
But, I mean,
you know what I mean?
if you think about your achievements, I mean, in those 2 decades, you've pretty much done everything that most of my guests here on Live Local and Loud aspire to do. That's on their bucket list. I mean, you've played Glastonbury, you've played with Kasabian, you've headlined various arenas and played at football matches.
Yeah.
Now that you've done it, do you feel as though you've done it all, or do you think is there more yet you'd like to achieve?
Oh, yeah, Kevin. It's all very nice to be reminded of what I've done, but it doesn't mean, say, like we spoke before we came on air, and I'm back at work full time now, back on the building site at the minute. So the music had to, where you were doing it years ago when I was living at my dad's in the early 20s, and bless him, my family sort of supported me massively financially, obviously. So I had to go back to work when I found my wife, and she spends it like it's Monopoly money.
Wow.
So that's what it's like. So and then obviously 3 kids, 3 little blighters. So that's it. So they cost me a load of money, Kevin. So the music, obviously, and being honest, I've never sold that many records. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it went through a bit of a tough period, I must admit, without being down and out, sort of doom and gloom. But it's sort of when my first album didn't quite sell, and then my manager he got rid of me. I lost all my contacts, so I've had to be perfectly honest with you, I had to start again. But it's been a nice. When you look back now, it's been a great. Wilco, my youngest, he's almost 2 now. Isla's nearly 10. Joni's nearly 6. So it's time to get back out off the building site and get back playing. And I must admit, it has been tough, Kevin. So the answer to your question, mate, is I don't feel like I've achieved. No, that's going to sound wrong, but I haven't achieved anything yet. Do you know what I mean? There's more to come. And there's more that I want to do, Kevin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you pretty much started off with a bang and then concentrated on life for a bit.
The analogy I use, if that's the word to use, is I almost like thousands of artists like myself, and they're just as good as me or better than me, and then but they almost you swim to shore, to the beach, to the big time, or made it, as they say, and you just get swept away with the current. Do you know what I mean? Which is, I know a load of people, but a load of great artists, wonderful artists that have done the same, been promised the earth and blah, blah, blah. You know, it works in the music industry.
Yeah.
So it's a tough industry, and only the tough survive. But it was great to have a great reset, have the kids, and I've had the 2 bricks. So I'm having no more kids. I'm having no more kids. Let me tell you that.
Have you got any tips then for young and aspiring bands who also might want to start off with a bang like you did?
Yes, the mistake. Well, no, I mean, I don't. I'm not one for giving advice. I mean, you make your own sort of way, Kevin. But I'm not one to give advice. But or I shouldn't. I don't. Merit the standing that I should give advice out to young bands. But the only thing I would say is play as many gigs as you can and never stop playing, even if you're playing to like a handful of people every night. The mistake I made, not me personally, but other people in my team at that time, was we stopped touring. I was on the agency, the big one, touring Europe with Amy McDonald,
right,
and playing to thousands of people every night. She's big out there, and then all of a sudden, people who have made decisions for me just sort of took that out of my hands. So the idea is just to keep playing. keep playing again, and your crowd will build if you just keep playing, keep writing, and keep believing. That's about all I can say, Kevin. Really, there's no magic wand you can wave, and just keep your chin up, because you will take knockbacks.
That's
whether
right.
it be people not coming to the gigs, but you just got to keep going. Really, that's it. There's no massive advice, no rule of thumb, really.
I mean that's like with life, really, isn't it? You get
That's
knocked
it,
down,
Kevin, yeah.
but it's what you do with all your problems that counts. So each time you get knocked down, it's how you deal with it.
That's it. And I feel like much older now, so they're much more experienced in life. That's right what you say, Kevin.
Yeah.
Because when you go through all this and you take a step back and you realise people that are really struggling. I mean, what was my problem? Just in terms of I didn't sell many records and obviously never sold out big venues. Do you know what I mean? So but that's not in life in itself with everything's going on in people's lives. That's not a problem. And it took you until you mature. You think, well, listen, it's music. I'll sing a song.
So you've played quite a lot for Leicester City at their football matches. Are you still playing there?
Not so. I think that sort of died a death a little bit. I think the legends are getting too old for that, and I'm not by no means a legend. I think I just filled a spot at centre back because Walsh's knees are gone. So that's it.
Oh, bless you.
So,
bless.
But it was a pleasure to play with them. I mean, Muzzy, who else? Obviously Walshy, Jerry Taggart, Scott Oakes, Steph Oakes, and a load of them. Carl Muggerton, the goalkeeper. Wow. And Matt Piper, obviously, in Julian Joachim. I can go on forever. Just you think, wow, Ali Mocklin, Matty Elliott. It's amazing. As a big City fan, over the years you grew up sort of watching them and idolising them when you're a kid, and then you play next to them in a charity game and you realise they're just as slow as you. So that's all sound. It's all good. Amazing.
Is that how you ended up performing at their football matches?
What it was. You mean at the King Power, Kevin? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was because I did back in 2012. I think it was the Saw Media, the company that ran the Leicester program, match day program. Dean Eldridge and his crew was they approached me. We were in the semi-final of the playoffs, and they said we'd redo a version. I said okay. So all the players came in. Pearson gave them permission to come in, and the likes of Paul Gallagher, Richie Wellens, Stevie Howard. And they were great crack. They were a great crack. And we did it in Kasabian studio in Shilton at the time then.
Oh, wow.
And they all came in and did the La 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 bits, like the typical sort of World Cup Willie song. You know what I mean? That's it. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, well, let's play another song of yours, Thinking for Two. Can you tell us a bit about the inspiration for this song? How did it come about?
Yeah, this one's a simple one, Kevin. It was a song for my daughter, Isla Bud. I mean, like I say, she's 10 in June. So it was, I wrote it just a few years ago. And that's basically it. It's about her. And every time, I say every night on tour. I'm not on tour every night. But as and when I play, I always dedicate it to her. And I think she's starting to believe me now.
Okay, so this is for Isla, Thinking for Two by Jersey Bud.
Oh, my Valentine, where did you go last night? When you're alone in your mind, I wanna see. Oh, my sweet thing, all of your hopes and dreams, they'll give you everything you'll ever need. But if the sky should roll its eyes, close around on you, trouble coming up behind, I will cover every inch of you. I never let all the blowing winds inside. Talk to me sweet words, whisper your sweet words in the morning time. You know yes I am. Oh, yes I am. And don't cry, 'cause I'm only thinking of you. Yes I am. Yes I am. Oh, yes I am. Baby, don't cry no more, 'cause I'm only thinking of you. Yes I am. Yes I am. Oh, yes I am. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la.
That was Thinking for Two by today's interviewee here on Live, Local and Loud. It's the man, the myth, the legend himself, Jersey Pud. So Jersey, now I've seen one of the little video clips that you did on your Facebook page about when just before you went on supporting Ainsley Lister. You said you had a wardrobe of hookers and another one of coke. Have you got any other rituals you like to do before a gig?
Not really. No, I just there was a great gig at the stables the other night. It was packed out. Obviously, I supported the great Ainsley Lister. He's a friend of mine, and his bass player Jono. He plays guitar for me. So we're all connected in that musical way. So when you get to there, there's a great little theatre. Well, I say little 400 people.
Wow.
And they all sort of came in to see me as well, the crowd as well, you know, because sometimes being the support artist you get a handful of people or you can get a full crowd. But it was amazing gig. There's a few, like you said, there's a few videos on Facebook and I will upload, and it was amazing to play and just to feel the warmth from the crowd and the songs, because with the acoustic and just my vocal, that's the rawest form, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? The music, that's the heart and soul. And if it goes wrong, that's it. You can't blame the drummer. You can't blame the bass player or the keyboard player. It's down to me. But it was wonderful. It was wonderful. And as for the hookers and the coke, well, they were a figment of my imagination, Kevin. That's right.
Oh, you're joking. Okay. So now I get asked, do you go out and about much on the local music scene and see other bands?
To be honest with you, not as much as I should do, Kevin. But like I say, that's going to change now, sort of with the kids growing up a little bit. And in a couple of years, I'll be able to take Isla Bud with me.
Yeah,
there are some great. I was thinking about it the other day. There's some great local. I mean, Leicester. I mean, I used to David Wyatt. I know he's sort of gone quiet now. I used to love David Wyatt.
Yeah.
But there's a load of great musicians. I mean, the Goldwater Boys.
That's it.
I think there's the Mercians. Obviously, they're supporting. Tom
the Heartland Roots band, who I had on this very show a couple of weeks ago. They're sort of Americana, aren't they?
We're doing a festival, myself and the band in August 19th down in Surrey, Wayfest, and I think Ocean Colour Scene, Jules Holland and Bob Geldof, who is Boomtown Rat Boys.
Wow,
they're headlining. So we're on the same bill as the Heartland Roots band. Yeah. Okay. That would be a good crack. Yeah. We've already spoken. We'll meet up and have a beer. It'd be great. Yeah, wonderful.
Brilliant. Have you got any outstanding memories that are fairly clean and safe to divulge on Live Local of your colourful past? You know, playing Glastonbury and Kasabian and all that. Any standout moments that you?
Yeah. There's been loads, Kevin. There has. I mean, I don't.
Just one.
I'm not one for reminiscing. I suppose the one we remember. I remember I mean, it's not bad. We played Glastonbury, and I was playing the Queen's Head stage, big massive marquee. I think it fits about 2,000, 3,000 people in. And anyway, we'd had a bit of a drink on the Saturday night, and we were on the Sunday afternoon, so we all felt a bit worse for wear, shall we say? And then obviously 10 minutes before we're going to go on, I mean, I'm not really good, but we were all outside and we're sort of, I felt green. I looked green. I felt green. And I remember the walking up the little ramp and the bloke with the headset on and said, right, Jersey, you're going on in 2 minutes. And I thought, I can't go on. I've got to do it. I've done. Obviously, the adrenaline kicks in and I walk out. And there's Leeds flags, Leicester flags. You know, the big Glastonbury style. I mean, that's sort of a bucket list thing. When you see the Glastonbury on the TV and they've got the 20-foot high flags and they're all waving. And it was a tent full. So we must have played to a few thousand. And the hangover soon went away. I mean, that was something special and something I'll never forget, Kevin. Yeah.
That's that must be the dream that any band has, really, isn't it? Playing Glastonbury.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, Glastonbury, Glastonbury's great, but there's a load of great festivals, as you know, Kevin. I mean, you can give people to give the right arm to play in front of a few thousand people. But we're doing we're playing. Myself and the band are playing one in July the 1st down in Reading way. It's called the Loud Festival, LOWDE. Well, we played about 8 years ago now. The last time I played there, and there was a few thousand people in a field. It's excellently run. You say a smaller little festival, but I mean, Glastonbury, you'd say just to say off a bucket list thing, but there are amazing festivals going on all around the country now, and people, obviously money-wise as well, Kevin. Do you know what I mean? People take your families, Glastonbury. When I went, I mean, sort of, it's just there's a lot to take in at Glastonbury, whereas the smaller festivals, you can take your family and have a proper experience there. Do you know what I mean? So that's it, mate. Yeah, I look forward to playing that one.
Which reminds me, actually, the last time I saw you was probably Glastonbury, wasn't it, last year?
Was that right? Yeah. Did you see me there?
Yeah, I think you were quite early on, weren't you?
That's right. Well, what's the boys? The Shine boys.
That's
mates of mine. Snibs there, John Riley bass. They play for the Moderators. That great band. And then
Jim.
And then they do Jim. That's right. And then obviously Tots on the guitar. Well, their singer, as singers do, we have a tendency to let the ego get in the way. At least the singer dropped out a few weeks before, and Snibsy ran me up the drum and he said, "Look, listen, say no if you want, but we've got a festival slot at Glastonbury, and the singers decided to pack it in as they do, and left us down the hole." So I went, okay, well, listen, I'll have a crack. So I had to what sort of songs are singing, and I forget, it was all Britpop. They do Britpop sort of thing. I thought, well, that's sound. So we had great fun doing that, and that's another little great memory. I mean, we were on early, but they did it. They said, listen, they said just if you can fill in just this year and give them a chance to find a singer for next year, but they didn't want to lose the slot, Kevin. So
no, I know.
Not like I'm a saviour or anything, but just because they're great boys, and so I thought, well, let's have a bit of fun.
And like you say, the thing I like about the local festivals is much more intimate, and you can actually go and chat to the bands as well. And they really appreciate us as the audience members coming along to see them as well. Whereas at Glastonbury, you're just a number, one of the tens of thousands.
Yeah, that's right, mate. You're dead right, mate. Dead right.
Yeah, so you may or may not be playing this year's Glastonbury.
No, I'm not playing this year's Glastonbury. Okay. No, I'll probably I might take the family down.
Yeah.
Just, if a few of my mates play, like I say, if Shine play, I'll probably go and see them with the kids.
Right.
Just for the day. But my camping days are over now, Kevin. Yeah. That's it.
What are you talking about, man? Anyway, so Jersey, now tell us about your new EP. I gather you're working on.
I am, Kevin. Yeah, it's going to consist. I've not made my mind up yet. 3 or 5 songs, and I've just about finished my 4th song in the studio. So there's 3 in the bank, and then one's almost finished. And then it's all a case of trying to find a distribution company and all radio pluggers, and the job begins in earnest. That Kevin, do you know what I mean? So but obviously at the minute I have no label. I have no booking agent, so it's pretty hard doing it all yourself. But then again, there's thousands of artists doing the same as me, so I'm not going to complain.
I know,
not one bit.
I know a lot of people sell their what do they sort of get pledges in for their EP before they actually make it.
Well, that's right, Kevin. I did. Yeah, we did. I don't really want to, because it just feels in this day and age, obviously with the crisis, everything's gone up. And for me to ask somebody, I'm not saying the young bands, because they probably deserve it more than I do, but the young bands, that's fine. But for me, to ask for like a crowdfunding or a GoFundMe thing, but I'm afraid it might have to come to that, Kevin, to get some radio pluggers and studio time, because it's like I say, in between that and my wife spending money like it's monopoly money, it's going out quicker than it comes in, mate. So
that's it. Well,
so I might have to do that. Yeah.
When you get your songs recorded, obviously we'll play them here on Live, Local, and Loud. So that'll be great.
That's fantastic, mate. Yeah. Wonderful.
Okay, do you want to tell us about? Oh, you've got a big gig coming up. Well, you've got a whole year full of gigs coming up by the looks of it, but you've got a nice local one coming up, Jersey. Tell us about.
I have, Kevin. Yeah, it's in 2 weeks' time at the Musician, Friday the 31st of March, and that's a full band gig with my band Silver Ball, and we've rehearsed. It's sounding great. Obviously, I'm not going to say if it's sounding bad, but no, I'm joking. It's great. We're gonna have some fun, being supported by the Clarendons. There's a friend of mine, Jamie Pelos. They're a great band from Leicester. So it's gonna be a great night. So please come down if you can and support local music. Yeah,
that sounds brilliant. And the Musician, of course, is a wonderful venue. No doubt you've played there before, haven't you?
It did. Yeah. I played many a time. Many a time over the years, Kevin. It's always great. And I think the last few times I've been to see some great bands, the Chinelli Brothers, which Carol, the promoter, Carol Salisbury Burns, she put some great acts on, Connor Selby and all the great acts, Blue Nation, and the sound has improved immensely over the years. Yeah. So I say you get a drink at the bar, and you haven't got to go far to get to the stage, and it's made up for it's perfect venue, really. It is. You're right.
I think you're right. Is what I like about it. They do a nice pint of real ale at the back there.
That's it. I know my dad likes it. Yeah.
That sounds brilliant. Okay, so that's you with your band Silver Ball, supported by the Clarendons, on Friday, the 31st of March in sunny Leicester in the Musician. So that'll be a fantastic little gig. But along with that, you're pretty much touring the country, I think, by the looks of it, aren't you?
That's right, Kevin. Yeah, right. But not obviously. I've only got my work things here in the van where I'm talking to you from. But obviously, my list. The list is. Yeah, I've got about 6 or 7 festivals throughout the summer.
That's it.
And I'm just booking. When I say a tour, I mean I've got at the minute. I've got Stockport in September. That's the 19th, and Liverpool the 20th of October. So I'm going to try and book a few. I'm just in talks now with, obviously social media is a great help as well, through trying to book a few, maybe a week-long tour around the country. So I've got 2 at the minute, and maybe, and obviously I'll do a Leicester one, a London one.
That's it.
And whoever will take me.
On Saturday, the 3rd of June, you're playing the Riverside Festival in sunny Leicester. Yeah. Brilliant. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a wonderful festival, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, the kids can come along and watch me, and I've got a great lineup in the great Andy Wales, the guitarist. He plays in many bands. Is a gun for hire, and a fabulous gun for hire. He's filling in on the guitar that day. So again, it'll be lots of fun, and we'll have a great crack.
Okay, that sounds awesome. That does, Jersey. Brilliant. So we're going to play one of your songs in a moment, but before we do, how do people keep in touch with you on your social media?
Yes, it's dead. I'm dead easy to find, and I haven't got a big production office who people who get reply to you. It's all me. So just at Jersey Bud Music, anything like that, and you'll find me. And then it is me that will get back to you.
Brilliant, because you're a one-man band, DIY.
Absolutely. Yeah, it has to be that way. I'm afraid, Kevin.
Yeah,
there you go.
What you mean. I know what you mean. Okay, well, thanks very much for chatting to us today, Jersey. Let's play your last song now, Change of Heart. Would you like to tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind this?
I don't want to give too much away, so I'm not one for basically you listen to it, Kevin, and you make your own mind up, my man. That's it. It's a change of heart.
All right, I'll do that. Change of Heart by Jersey Bud.
Time it was, had to see it for myself. Thought I found heaven, but I was someplace else. Inside of me, I watched you come here from the night, straight into my room. What makes me feel this way? Am I coming on too strong? What makes me look at you like that when I know that tomorrow I'm gone? And with a train in my see you standing there, so so beautiful. How could you ever love me the way you do? 'Cause here I stand in no man's land. I feel like a thief in a foreign land. What makes me feel this way? Am I coming on too strong? What makes me look at you like that when I know that tomorrow I'm gone? Here with a trademark change of heart, I turn away. I went searching for a sweetheart of yesterday. She let me know, let me standing on my own. But I forgive her anytime that she walks back into my world. Sometimes a love that's lost, it's a memory. Maybe one day I'll change my way. Another lover, another night. Come on, baby, it's alright. Come on, baby, it's alright. Yeah, with a trademark change of heart, I turn away. I went searching for a sweetheart of yesterday. She let me know, let me standing on my own. But I forgive her anytime that she walks back into my world.
That was me chatting to the young and ultra-talented local singer-songwriter Jersey Bud. Don't forget to check his gig out on 31st of March. If you want more details, that's in our gig guide in musicinleicester.co.uk. Okay, so let's have a little bit of Siobhan Matsey now and Over Your Head.
Can't shake the feeling of
was the wonderful and ever so talented Siobhan Matsey, Over Your Head. Looking at her Facebook page, she's got her very latest single, Ya, being released tomorrow night. That's Friday 17th of March 2023. So why don't you go over to her Facebook page and check it out. That's Siobhan, S-I-O-B for B for Bertie, H-A-N, Matsey, M for Mother, A-Z-Z-E-I. So that's her new single coming out tomorrow night. That's Friday 17th of March 2023. Brilliant, can't wait for that. Okay, so now it's time for the very last song on this week's show. We're going to have a little bit of punk, so it's going to be short, fast and snappy. It's a band that I saw actually last week on International Women's Day at Firebug. They did a gig with lots of other all-female acts. And here is the Verinos and Up Yours. That was the Verinos and Up Yours. That brings us to the end of another live Local and Loud with me, Kevin Gaughan. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Don't forget, if you want to listen to any of these interviews from previous shows, check out musicinleicester.co.uk and there'll be a handy live Local and Loud playlist on the right hand side. Also, don't forget, if you want to see what gigs are on in sunny Leicestershire, then check out our very handy gig guide in musicinleicester.co.uk. So do have a great week, and I shall look forward to seeing you here, Hermitage FM, next Thursday at 5 o'clock.